Hey, it's Josh here. I just want to take a quick second before we get started to express our gratitude and appreciation to anyone who's listening, whether you're consuming this by download, whether you're listening on our website or following us on Instagram or TikTok, however that is. We thank you. Doing that lets us know, hey, that there's somebody out there. And as long as we're entertaining one person, then it just makes everything worth it. So on behalf of myself and everyone here at Game Rage, thank you. All right, now enjoy the show. All right, here we are for episode number 4 of the Game Rage Anime Podcast. And in case you were wondering, if you really wanted to follow us on the Twitter and the TikTok, it's at Game Rage Magazine, or you could go to the website GameRageMagazine.com and you can check out all our stuff there. Anyways, as usual, I'm Josh, and I'm here with Adam.
Howdy.
And I'm also here with Frank.
Hello.
Who is the progenitor, the mastermind behind the Game Rage Anime Podcast. So, now that I've given him this wonderful introduction, I will let Frank take it from here. Frank?
Where are you?
Notes?
What? Where am I?
Well, we're doing the anime podcast.
What's anime?
What's anime? I think it's a form of animation that's exclusive to the island nation of Japan.
I thought it was in the North Dakota region.
I don't know if they know what anime is in North Dakota. Hey, if you're from North Dakota and you know what anime is.
Actually, I'm pretty sure they do.
You think?
I'm pretty sure I heard about conventions out there.
Oh. Maybe we should go to one. That might be fun.
You can't even be bothered to go to freaking a city that's 2 blocks over.
Well, I mean, if I get a free pass, I'd be bothered to go.
Okay.
Anyways, all right, so what do you got for us today, Frank?
Kind of want to go over more things that we talked about in the first episode.
Okay.
Like what?
And what did we talk about in the first episode again?
You guys try to explain what kind of stuff you were aware of and stuff. And
right.
Kind of want to go into some more in-depth questions for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
So first off, I'd like to say, Josh,
Yeah.
what would you say is your favorite series?
My favorite anime series?
Yes. And I'm not talking like a mini series, like a full-on
Like a full...
multi-season series.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, Gurren Lagann doesn't count because it's not.
Well, that transcends. That just transcends.
I mean, all right.
anime.
Well, for the purposes of...
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right.
Like no, I'm getting feedback in my headphones.
Okay. Well, you want me to turn it down a little bit?
Yeah, can you turn mine down a little bit?
Yeah. All right.
This mic is like hella sensitive.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like it.
Preparing.
All right. Is that better?
Hold on.
Preparing to fast forward.
Fast forwarding.
Well, are we
All right. Yeah, we're going.
All right,
Yeah.
whatever. Fuck
All
it,
right.
do it live.
So, okay.
doing it raw.
Yeah.
Raw dog.
Okay. So for the purposes of
I want a full series. Yes.
yeah. Okay. So I would say a multi-seasoned type series.
More than 50 episodes.
All right,
More than 50 fucking
Yeah, man,
episodes.
that's a lot.
I don't think
Not
I've ever.
really. A mini series has 25 episodes per season, and a mini series usually does 2 seasons.
I don't think I've ever
Like Code
watched
Geass. Like Code
fucking-
Geass.
Right. Yeah. So Code Geass can be considered that. I mean, Code Geass is up there, but honestly,
By today's standards, yes, a 50 episode series is long.
I would honestly.
Geass is gay, dude.
Fuck you.
Code Geass is gay. What?
I hated Lelouch, dude. He's such a prick.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Wow.
He's like the villain.
Oh my god! Like you know what the worst part was is how he what's his name? His name is
It's Lelouch Lamperouche.
no the
Lelouch
voice
Peter
actor
Tanner.
Adam.
Oh, no. It's
the Black
Johnny
Ranger.
Young Vought.
Johnny Young
Young
Vought.
Vought,
He was the Black Ranger, right, in Power Rangers.
Yes.
Yes,
He was the Asian one.
Yeah.
The one after like the other actors
Yeah.
left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I just that was so over the top. Like when he would do his speech, like I can't think of a specific speech, but I hated the motherfucker, dude.
But man, that anime was good though. I mean, that character was supposed
I
to be a
disagree
douche.
100%.
I mean, I think he played the character well as to how the character was supposed to be portrayed or as how the character was written. I think he did a good job. But I don't know. I like Code Geass. That's one of my favorite series out there. But if we're going, and then do we want to limit this to like? Okay, obviously Naruto would meet in that, or like Bleach would meet in that.
Yes.
But
All right,
those are like
let's just
long...
go. Let's just keep it multi-seasonal then. No episode limit.
Okay.
At least more than 2 seasons.
All right, so I'll go with okay. Obviously, there's a long running one. Honestly, Bleach is probably one of my favorite long running. I mean, I like Bleach even more than I like Naruto. And I like. I mean, listen, I like Naruto, but man, I don't know. There's something about Bleach that really just I don't know, man. Bleach gets me. I love that shit. I own literally, I think, almost every fucking season on DVD, and well, not the new seasons, obviously, but like I don't know. I love that shit. If I had to go for something shorter, that's more concise, I guess that's finished, I guess is for lack of a better term, that's a multi-seasonal, would probably be, honestly, I might have to go with Soul Eater. Because, I don't know, I just really like that. I felt that anime was paced very well. That 52 episodes or whatever, it didn't feel like it. I always felt like at the end of each whatever, what do they give you, 12 episodes at a time back then when we were getting it?
Well, no, back then it was all like volumes and shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we would get like a 12 episode, because like I when I bought Soul Eater, I bought it when it was, I think it was one DVD or 2 DVDs, and it was 12 episodes, and then that was like half of a season. And so when I got done with that half of a season, I was like, oh shit, man, I was already ready for the next one. And then when the next one would come out, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. I really like that show. It was good. It had all the aspects of it. Had some good action. It had some good comedy. The characters they made you give a shit about the characters. And that's something that I think in a lot of animes that they don't necessarily, in some of them that I've seen at least, that like they don't really put emphasis, I feel like, on making you give a shit about the characters. It's like,
name one.
Okay, so there was this one that I watched. God, I don't remember what the fuck it was called, but again, because like I don't know, I felt like it didn't give a shit about the characters. It was one of those like slice of life kind of comedy ones, and I've watched ones that like Angel Beats was kind of one of those like slice of life. Don't roll your fucking eyes at me. I love that fucking show, but that one, I mean, they made you fucking care about the characters. God, I'm gonna have to go back and remember what the fuck that one was. But either way, it was. I felt like I didn't give a shit about the characters. That the focus of it was. You know what's a good one is the Panzer Girls one. Okay, no, that's a good example of like I'm not invested in those characters. Like I don't give a shit about those characters. The show is they don't make you feel for the characters. You just see them in little dumb situations, and I don't know. I wasn't. I mean, that show's okay, I guess, but that's an example. There you go. That's an example of one where they don't fucking focus on the characters at all. I felt like there was no character development.
How is it watchable?
I think it's because it's these adorable little girls that are fighting in tanks. Like they're literally fighting in World War II tanks, and that's what drew me in because I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Actually, that's fair because there is like a movie that it's exactly like that. Oh shit, I forgot what it was. It's this one with this blonde girl, and she had a samurai sword, but there was
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. That's the one. Yeah, that movie. Like, I don't think it had any substance. It was just hot chicks doing cool stuff.
Yeah, that's
fan service.
Fan service. That's what it is. It's fan service. Iki Tucson is another one. That's another.
Actually, High School of the Dead is another one because
that is 100% fan service.
Yeah, 100%.
I hate fan servicey animes like Witchblade and fucking High School DxD. I fucking hate them, but that was the only one because of how fucking solid the story and the characters were.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it did enough to where it wasn't like, oh yeah, there's boobs and stuff or whatever, but you're like, no, the characters are actually pretty good.
That was what I was gonna say. Is that one was super fan service, but they figured out a way to make me give a shit about the characters. Whereas in like, Iki Tucson, that's one that I don't know if you've seen that. That's like they fight and then basically their battle damage is determined by how naked they get, essentially. Mm-hmm. And those characters are fucking one-dimensional garbage, and I don't give a shit what happens to them. The only reason I watched that anime was because I was like, 17 and I wanted to see some titties, I guess. Like that's the only reason I watched it. And didn't give a shit about the characters whatsoever. So that's another example of that. Anyways, were you gonna ask Adam the same question?
Yeah, I was about to.
Oh, all right.
Adam, do you have one?
He's like, I don't know.
I really don't.
If you don't, that's fine.
Because you're talking about what you said a long ass series,
a longer series, more than one season.
More than one season?
Yeah.
I would say maybe there is a series.
Well, it doesn't even for you. It doesn't have to be like that. I put that rule on Josh because Gurren Lagann was going to be his go-to one.
Oh, well, okay, but that one's 26 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why.
It's it's only one season.
Yeah, it's like only one season. So.
Oh man, there's this one series I really enjoyed because the trailer. I think it had Bob's in it.
Yeah.
But it was weird because it was this guy. Well, it's called Gantz.
Oh yeah, man, Gantz.
Yeah, and this guy ended up dying, and he's in this afterlife game that he has to play. And in order for him to come back to life, is that he has to reach he has to go do this game, and he can come back to real life or whatever. But like his life, the amount of time he's alive is only for like the day or something like that, and he has to go back and do this exact same thing. If he dies in the game, he dies in real life or in the afterlife, so he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was something about that series where it was something like high school. The story was not the same as High School of the Dead, but there was Bob's in it, and
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, whatever. And then it was just cool because the like certain characters were more like what was the guy's name? Was his name Sato? Like
Yeah, I think it was.
he ends up dying, and
Right.
like he meets the main character who's kind of a prick and doesn't want to save anybody. He just wants to go back to being a real person or back to being alive. And this
Yeah.
guy is like super distraught that he's dead because he basically left his brother by himself with nobody to tend to him or be his guardian or
Right,
whatever. And then like the series kind of ended abruptly. Because they were fighting like really weird monsters and shit. And by the end of the series, I think they were like fighting statues, like they were gods or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And there was this one character that came along that ended up being like I think it was the love interest of like Sato, the guy with the
main guy,
little brother. And they all fucking die. Like I think I remember all of them dying, but in the manga, the series goes past that moment, and I think the main character ends up like saving everybody. And there's their suits give them special abilities and shit. And there was more to their suits than up until like episode 26. But yeah, I'd say I like that series quite a bit. But I would have to go with Cowboy Bebop as like being the normie. I love how I talked about like Gantz, and then I'm like,
But
Cowboy Bebop.
I mean, Cowboy Bebop's a good answer too. I mean that's a good show.
It is. It's kind of like a pedestrian answer.
Yeah, I guess.
But whatever. Yeah.
Well, I guess for me, I would have to say overall, like, because the shows I liked a lot more back then were the shorter ones, like Gurren Lagann, Code Geass,
Yeah.
Digimon.
Oh, Digimon. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Digimon
It's a good show, man.
from
It's probably one of the only good ones 4Kids did.
yeah, man, it was so good. Especially when Matt went fucking
Evil.
yeah,
That was cool.
That was sweet. And then once like, what was it? I don't know what it was about the second season because
Digimon Adventures 2.
whatever it was, because that was still technically season 1, right?
All of with Ty and all them, when they were the main characters, that's season 1. When Kari and Matt grew up, well, get older, and they're like the second generation, that's season 2.
I actually like that season more because the first generation people were kind of like, I mean, they were mixed in every now and then, but
But they were
like
more
the
like
background,
they're more of a
background.
mentorship type
Yeah,
thing.
and then like the stakes felt like a lot higher than the previous season because it was kind of like the isolated
Well,
world.
it's funny too because like when it came to the big heavy bad guys, they still brought in War Greymon and Metal Garurumon to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah. And I don't know. It felt like I can't remember exactly how that series, the end of that series ended, but it was cool because it took like all the effort of both generations to win.
At least in the 4Kids dub, it had a horrible ending. Like,
what do you mean?
like Matt, I forgot what happened to Matt, but like the one that pisses everybody the most off was that Tai and Agumon became ambassadors to the digital world, like
Okay.
UN ambassadors, and they look so fucking stupid.
Okay.
They gave him fucking ties and
Like,
suits.
you don't remember Ty's freaking hairstyle? Imagine him with a bowl cut,
A bowl cut? What the fuck?
and then Agumon's wearing a suit.
That's kind of funny, actually.
And then also, I love the fact because it kind of had like that Power Rangers moment where like Tommy was evil in the beginning. They had that weird fucker with like the parted hair and the worm Digimon.
Oh yeah, the Digimon Emperor.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that guy was.
I think in the English version, his name was Ken.
Sure. But
Man.
but it was cool that he came on board with like the team later on, because I forgot what his origin story was, but he basically got manipulated into being like the Digimon Emperor or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But there was another person that was like the supreme evil in that season, right?
For that season. I wouldn't even call it season, for that arc.
For that arc, right? But he ended up like coming in later and being part of the team to redeem for all the shit.
Yeah.
Redeem himself for all the shit that he had done to them.
And like that, his Pokemon, that Wormmon, is the perfect example of why I love Digimon. So like, I love this anime. When it comes to the anime, I love Digimon more than Pokemon.
Yeah.
They had more. Each character had more depth than all three of. Well, actually, Brock kind of had a.
His was the most developed character in Pokemon.
Yeah, I would say so.
Especially when his parents come back, he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you could cook this food." Well, you have to be around to know that.
Hey,
He's got the red rocket.
Oh man.
He's like, "Oh, what'd I do?"
yeah. He's like, I was just trying to fuck his face, guys. Like,
They do it to each other all the
oh
time.
yeah. But you were asking me the other day if those dogs hump things, and yes, like each other, as you can see, that's what they do.
Red Rocket.
What was I saying?
We're talking about Digimon,
Yeah,
and,
Digimon.
and the guy with the worm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's a perfect example of why I like Digimon more than Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
So you got Charmander, who evolved into a bigger, stronger lizard.
Yeah.
And ultimately a flying lizard. And then he can go ultimate, whatever.
And it,
Yeah.
like,
it makes sense.
yeah,
Then you got fucking Digimon. You got a worm that transforms into a Super Sentai fucking armored mech thing.
yeah.
You got Gatomon,
Yeah.
who evolves into an angelic woman.
Yes.
Who's a small cat.
I don't know how that made sense, but it did. All
Like,
right.
somebody, I saw a meme where it's just like, oh, it's a velociraptor with a machine gun. Oh, he's evolving into a refrigerator with missiles. I was like, oh, that's just fucking great. It's like, they're not, I mean, it's stupid, but it's not limiting. So you can, oh, I know he's a dog, but I really would like it if he was an F-15 fighter.
Well, no, that's what's cool about it is you don't know, theoretically you don't know what he's going to evolve into, right? Like you would think, okay, when fucking Charizard evolves into Charmeleon or whatever, right?
Charmeleon wasn't Charizard.
Or Charmander. Yeah, Charmander goes into Charmeleon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so when that evolution happens, it's like, okay, that looks like just an older version or a bigger version or more powerful version of Charmander. Whereas, yeah, with Digimon, it's like it evolves into something completely fucking different, and you can't see that coming. It's literally a mystery every time.
Yeah, I feel like that was one of the longer story developments in Pokemon, was that Ash's Charmander. Well, actually, the Charmeleon was when he was started being a prick.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a reference to in the games where if you don't have a certain amount of badges, you can't have.
Yeah.
Pokemon of a certain level won't listen
Yeah,
to you.
they'll tell you fuck off.
Yeah.
But it was sweet because, like, what was the scenario that was it in the movies that Charizard? I think it's like in the third movie, Charizard comes and saves Ash.
Yeah.
Because like Entei is about to
Fuck him up.
or some shit, and
Yeah,
that
and
was after the
it was,
fact.
Yeah, and it was being broadcast, and for some reason, the Charizard Sanctuary had that shit on a full
Yeah,
screen.
and then he fucking he beelines to wherever Ash is. I don't even know how he found out, but that was just like kind of a cool moment because like I forget what the particular moment that like the Charizard gained his respect. Do you remember what it was?
He was having a Pokemon battle with some guy that had a champion not Poliwhirl, Poliwag. What's the final evolution of Poliwag? The one who's all buff.
Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath.
Poliwrath? Yeah.
Poliwrath is the one.
Yeah, the big old buff one.
The swole one.
Yeah, the one with the
So-
gloves for some reason.
So it's that one, and then it's funny because instead of the swirl, he had a championship belt because it was a Pokemon challenge.
yeah.
That's fucking dope.
And they were in a battle, and he froze Charizard, and so Ash spent the entire night warming him up and trying to save him.
Yeah, that's what it was. And yeah, he kept them warm and shit. And then and the payoff for that later was
He became Ash's strongest Pokemon.
and Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah,
else
he
to
was
add.
supposedly, from what I've been told, he's stronger than Pikachu.
But there was nothing like that with the other Pokemon. Like there was, I don't think there was. And maybe I haven't watched.
Yeah, like the payoff for Butterfree was fucking ass, dude.
Yeah.
They fucking broke my heart as a fucking 10-year-old, and then they finally bring him back to just go, sup. Just
Yeah,
basic,
what the
sup.
fuck is that, dude?
Yeah.
Did they ever? Okay, so for like the Pokemon journeys, I think was the end of.
Ash's story.
Yeah, but did they ever mention like Pidgeot? Because Pidgeot was
Yeah,
one of like,
that was the one that pissed me off too. Fucking, he finally gets he gets him as a Pidgeotto, right? And he has him for like fucking 3 years, and he finally evolves into Pidgeot, which is one of the coolest fucking Pokemon at the time.
yeah.
Oh, cool! You're finally the most useful. You're your most useful and powerful form. You just stay here and look at us for all these little bitches. I'm gonna go over there and make new Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know why he. I think I understand the
I'm sure they forgot about it.
the explanation for why Ash starts with a new set of Pokemon is that it's not fair for other people to like. If he's supposed to be the strongest trainer, he has to put himself in a new environment with a new set of Pokemon so that he can level them up.
So because every time he goes to a new region, the only Pokemon he takes with him is Pikachu.
That's his fail. That's his fucking fail safe.
Yeah, it's his homie. All right, it's ride or die, and that's how he proves that he's the best trainer is because he can train any Pokemon and whip your ass from scratch, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, you say that, but he's only won one championship.
I mean, yeah,
Well, he
but
won the
Yeah,
championship.
that's the only one you needed to win.
Like he won the what was the
Orange
Hawaiian
League?
the Hawaiian one.
Aloha.
The Alola, whatever,
Yeah.
the Alola region, he won that championship, and then the final series was
All of them.
every single region for Pokemon, like every champion from that, from every series, they all entered in a tournament, and he ended up winning. So I guess technically, I don't know if that makes him a Pokemon master, but he was the strongest.
In the game, you became a Pokemon master by collecting all the Pokemon.
See, that's what I didn't know. Like I thought. Once you kicked everybody's ass in
Weren't
the
there multiple routes you could be considered a Pokemon master if you beat everybody?
In the anime, there are no fucking rules in the anime because, like we said, 10 minutes later they forget the rules.
Yeah,
Like-
I guess that's true.
Remember, one of the first rules they introduced was, Pokemon battles can only be 1-on-1. Oh, but Team Rocket's gonna gang up on you, and you still have to only fight with one Pokemon. It's like, okay, so the rules don't matter.
Yeah.
And then, in this region it's 2-on-2, so we're cool. Oh, I guess the rules didn't matter after all.
Oh, we can just change rules when we feel like it.
And then now I think it's 3-on-3s.
How do you coordinate all that shit? Because you're telling everybody like different things, and
It still goes off of stats. So, say you have a Pikachu. Your Pikachu is the fastest one there, so it's gonna go first. So you make up his move set. He does the move. Okay. Oh, your Eevee's the next fastest one. So So basically, you're having like multiple turns.
I see.
It still always counts about speed.
I guess I was gonna say like more so in the anime, I guess, because you'd have to yell out 5 different fucking things for everybody, and in the midst of all that, you have your opponent who also is equally
doing the same thing.
You're like it's just madness or whatever. But
Fuck. Use Caterpie. Fuck. Use String Shot.
yeah, but yeah, getting back to like Pokemon versus Digimon, there was definitely more moments of character development as opposed to compared to Pokemon. Like the only person I could say that really had a decent arc, I guess, would be Brock. Like Brock was, he went from raising his little siblings and being a gym leader
To being the biggest pervert in Pokemon.
and then did he end up like
He ends up getting a fucking baddie too.
he gets a baddie? Oh, nice. I was like, I didn't know what happened afterwards when he eventually left again, because I think the last thing he was in was that season with the little fucker with the glasses and May. Mm-hmm. May with the Torchic. I forgot her name. Yeah, her name's May, right?
Wait, I'm sorry?
May. Do you remember? Was it called Pokemon Advanced?
Is that the one they brought him back?
Yeah.
Well, no, because remember him and Misty said his goodbyes to him, and then when he left to the Hoenn region,
Yeah.
and then 2 episodes into the whole region, Brock just shows up. Hey, I decided to come after all.
They're like, you know what? We got to have at least one person from the original cast, or else this shit's not going to work. But yeah, I would say Digimon had each of those characters, like Tai, Sora. Was it Zora or Sora?
Sorry, yeah, in the English dub.
Yeah, they all had their like moments, and it was all good, and like even the fucking Digimon had their moments.
Yeah, this
too.
is Brock's girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't want to get too hung up on fucking Pokemon Digimon, but what were your other questions?
We can go all night. I'm nocturnal.
That's true.
We can go all night.
Oh yeah.
There's a show I used to watch called Dick Figures, and they had a raccoon, and that was his catchphrase. It's okay, baby. I can go all night. I'm nocturnal. And he was Japanese for whatever funny fucking reason.
Oh, that works.
Give us what's the
Hold on,
next
let me get back to my notes. All right, so now that we got that. Judging by all the shit you thought about right now, would you be comfortable giving a recommendation?
A recommendation for
Yes.
like animes?
Yes, for an anime somebody should watch. Actually, before we go to that, let me ask one more question. We went over your favorite series. Like, what would you say would be your favorite movie?
Oh man.
Favorite like anime
movie.
Movie?
Does that have to be from an anime series? Just an anime movie. So you can include the Studio Ghibli movies.
The Gibbs.
Man, that's a tough one. I like a lot of them. Honestly, I'm just being Porco Rosso. I didn't watch it. Like, I didn't watch it originally. Obviously, when I was younger, I watched it later as an adult, and man, that I fucking missed out, man. I missed out so many years of having not watched that movie. It's fucking so good. Like, I don't know. It's just fucking great. That might be my favorite one. I don't know.
Adam? Again, like, remember, don't feel forced to answer this question. If you can't, just punch Josh in the face and that will give you the signal that to pass.
That's what a great signal.
I don't know, man. It's kind of a hard question to ask. Like, I wish I would have got these questions in advance so I could sit down and think about it. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you thought about it, then you're gonna look it up, and then you're gonna have outside.
yeah, I don't want to do
interferences.
that. I don't want to do that.
That's why I'm not giving you the chance because I want your honest opinions.
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me
straight facts.
I'd rather you tell me I don't know than give me an answer that you looked up the answer for. Like if you look it up, you're gonna be influenced by other people's top 10 lists and shit. Like that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. What? Well, while you're thinking about it, what are some other? What's your favorite anime movie?
Honestly, like I was about to say, like it either would have been Porco Rosso or but honestly, my favorite one, and it's like the least action movie out there. Mm-hmm. It's fucking Kiki's Delivery Service.
That one's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that one is pretty good too. Kiki's Delivery Service. Fuck, man, there's so many good ones, dude. Like,
I don't even think there's like there's not necessarily a villain in that movie, is there?
I guess prejudice.
Prejudice.
I guess it's just circumstances.
It's just yeah, I don't know.
You know what's another fucking really good one is Howl's Moving Castle too, man. That's another really good one. I like that one.
I didn't. That one was all right.
It's all right in my opinion. Yeah, I think it was for me. I suffered from it being overhyped.
Maybe, but you know what's a really good one that is probably like my number 2, which I don't know why. I think I rented it at Blockbuster when it first came to America as an English dub. Was fucking Steam Boy.
Yeah, Steam Boy is
And
really fucking good.
It's fucking so good, man. Oh, what?
Wait, was Ninja Scroll a movie?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, dude, I saw that when I was 5 years old. That shit was good, dude.
Yeah, it's an oldie. It's a goodie.
That was fucking Sweet Jubei, dude. And then the flute, the Japanese doo doo doo.
Oh yeah.
No.
Doo doo doo. Yeah, that movie's fucking great, dude. I would say that was like one of the first fucking anime movies I saw.
Now with that, jumping into recommendations, I would personally like you both to try out watching. This is one movie called Vampire Hunter D.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, never mind. Vampire Hunter D.
It is
okay. Hold on a minute. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it. It's a movie?
Yeah, it's really
All right.
fucking good.
All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch that.
Did you guys ever watch Trigun?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trigun's fucking awesome.
What do you guys think about that?
It's fucking
No,
great.
it is great. It's fucking awesome.
And so far, from what I've been hearing, the remake's been doing really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen the remake yet, but I mean, or I think I watched maybe one episode.
I just don't like. I don't like his new look.
Is the whole thing like desert punk? Like the whole
No, Desert Punk's its own thing.
Man, Desert Punk's a fucking great show.
I was talking about like the genre, like the whole thing taking place.
In like the desert, like a desert. Yeah, I mean,
it's more Wild West than it is post-apocalyptic world. It is a post-apocalyptic world, but it's treated more like a Wild West.
yeah. I would that's accurate.
Have you seen Cromartie High, Frank?
I don't think so. Which one's that one?
It's an anime. It's like a slice of life anime about like delinquents that go to the school where
You gotta be a lot more specific, dude.
yeah, I mean the whole school's for like you know they're all
delinquents.
yeah, one of the characters is
That's how they refer to them in Japanese animes, delinquents.
They're just delinquents.
Yeah.
it's not like what is it? What was that anime? It's not like School. Was School Rumble the one where was that Battle Royale that was?
Battle Royale's a live action movie.
No, wasn't there an anime that or a manga that was?
I don't think so. I think it was a book, and they made it into a movie. That's the one where it's a battle royale.
Yeah, the school was like, everybody.
Well, they picked the baddest, the worst fucking class. Then they all got to fight and kill each other. Like that's
Yeah, and it was like more. It was more like the Hunger Games.
Well,
The Hunger Games.
they're saying, well, yeah. They've said that and I don't know which one came first.
Battle
or which
Royale
one,
came
whatever,
first.
But yeah, but I don't know if that person who wrote Hunger Games is influenced by it. But to me, the Hunger Games is different enough from that it's
Yeah,
like,
but the concept of a survival game like that came from Battle Royale.
yeah, sure, they may have been the progenitor of it. I don't think that like Hunger Games stole it. I guess
I don't think they stole it either. But
So that Cromartie High, so they have these guys that are failures or nuisances to schools and shit. So they put them all in one spot, and I don't know, man. It's weird tongue-in-cheek humor. There's like one of their teachers is a robot, and like nobody acknowledges that he's a robot. And then there's times where he comes close to, he's like, "Oh, guys, I have to tell you something," and you think he's gonna tell the class that he's a robot,
yeah.
but then he like detracts and goes to something else. And one of the teachers is like Freddie Mercury. I mean, he looks like him. They don't call. He goes by another name, but he's fucking Freddie Mercury. It's weird shit, dude. Like it's kind of a good. I would say.
wait, is that the one with the deer?
No, that's Nichijou.
Nichijou. Yeah.
That's one I would. I haven't gotten around to seeing that one, but that's one I really love.
Is that the one where you showed me the clip where they suplex the deer or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking
that's hilarious.
That's a good scene.
Hey, have you seen The Last Exile?
Yes.
What'd you think about that show?
Honestly, don't remember much of it.
I thought that was one that you'd probably really like because it's like all aircraft combat, like, or a good portion of it
I'm
is.
trying to remember it, but I remember watching it.
It's like
because I remember I was excited to watch it.
Yeah, it's like there's this kid, and I don't know, maybe because this one was like from 2004, and it was like he's a kid, and he's in some he's like a really good pilot, and his sister is like his mechanic, and
It started to sound familiar.
yeah, and so he goes out and does like dogfighting, and he's in like this, I don't know, they're like some royal thing or whatever. He's like in the Air Force, and basically they just go around and like blow shit up. It was a pretty good one, man.
Okay.
Oh, well, so did we
now
answer? Wait, what was the What was the question?
No,
we
this
have any
was your favorite movie. And then
favorite
I
movie,
just said
okay.
for my recommendation, I would recommend you guys to watch Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, okay.
It's a good movie.
Oh, all right.
Do you guys have any recommendations?
For movies?
No, just anime in general.
Stay away from One Piece. Just kidding.
Honestly, I think I might watch the live action show because it's more fucking attainable of watching it.
It takes what?
And I don't know. I don't know enough of. I've seen one episode of the anime, and I'm like, fuck, I like this, and I don't want to invest 1,000 fucking episodes or whatever.
Do you know what series was really fucking cool?
What?
But I actually don't remember how long it was. I imagine it was 26 episodes, but maybe Fox Kids like stretched out was. They went by another name in Japan, but it was called Ultimate Muscle, and it was like Kinnikuman, son of Kinnikuman or something like that. That shit was tight because he was like a coward, but he was really powerful, but he just didn't believe himself. That was a cool series.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I remember watching that off. Fox Kids.
Fox Kids, yeah.
Kids WB. All right, then. Would you say that you guys have a preference in genre?
A preference?
Oh, you mean genre?
Yeah, I always call it genre.
I don't know, man. I I like the action. I like the mature rated action fucking shit with all the violence and the murdering. Like that
more
one.
adult based one.
Yeah, like that Shiguri, I think, was one of the first ones that I saw back in the day that was like super fucking just brutal. I think it's called Shiguri Death Frenzy or something like that. And it's literally these dudes, like in the opening sequence, this dude fucking commits harakiri and literally opens his fucking stomach and his fucking full intestines come out, and it's like he just dies right there. And I was like, holy shit! And it's like when they're fighting or when they're sword fighting or they're like the dude punches him in the head, it'll go into like this fucking X-ray mode and it'll show the fucking like the skull cracking and like the brain matter spilling out, and like it's fucking brutal, man. I don't remember much about that show, if the storyline was any good or not, but I fucking remember that shit, and that was fucking good just in and of itself.
I think the what you're describing is called Shein.
I don't know. Is there a name for that?
Yeah, it's like Shein. It's the type for 18+ anime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
Not just in the sense for porn.
Not so much. Yeah, not so much like the sexualized versions of it. Like
It's more of the gore. And shit
yeah,
like
I want to see like the violence. That's what I like.
Well, I'm saying with me, I being on the other end of that spectrum, I prefer shonens, which is more of the young adults, like teenager shit.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece.
Yeah.
All the most popular animes are shonens.
Right.
But as of right now, though, I don't know why, but I've really gotten into isekais.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of those motherfuckers.
Those are the going back in time, or not time, but to another
going to another
realm,
world,
right? Or another world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that like a?
It's like you either get like, transported or
like the most
Gulliver's Travel type shit.
No, because that's interdimensional travel. This is more, which could also be isekai, but it's more you're in a world outside of your own norm.
Okay, and go on.
I'm just saying I've been getting into those like a lot. Like my two favorite ones are that time I got reincarnated as a slime and Overlord.
That's the name of the animes. I got reincarnated into a slime.
Yeah.
Well, the one that just came out is I died. I got hit by a truck and I got reincarnated as a vending machine, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's like the title of the anime.
Fuck.
Yeah, some of them are getting fucking ridiculous, but I mean,
but yeah, no, like, but I can say like that one is honestly, legitimately one of the best animes out there, which is the slime one.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not like super into those. I mean, there's a shit ton of them. I'm not gonna lie. That is like, I don't know. They have been pumping those out for. I guess that's super popular over there in Japan for some reason. But I don't know. I haven't. Yeah, there are a couple of them that are okay, but I just can't. I'm not like the. What is it? It's the slime one I think you showed me, and then there's another one that I think you showed me that, yeah, those are okay, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't sit down and fucking specifically watch.
If you like any of the animes that I like, that I think you would like, then you would like the slime one.
The slime? Yeah, I think the slime one was okay, but I don't, like I said, I just don't know if I would on my own.
I'm surprised you didn't get into Overlord. That one's...
I don't know, man. Yeah, I just never, I don't know. I don't think on my own I would sit down.
That's like a more adult-based one.
That type of that isekai, whatever, that transfer into another realm thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really into that, I guess. But again, maybe it's just because I haven't seen the right one yet.
Adam, do you think that was a type
of anime?
Yeah.
Genre.
I don't know if it's a genre, but I
Genre.
A Genry.
Genry.
Let's just pronounce it incorrectly the rest of the time.
That's how I always do it.
I don't know if it's a genre, but I do like when I always have a thing for animes that have a misfit group. And I think that's why Chainsaw Man appealed to me because what's the main character's name? Denji, and I love Power, dude. Like, she's so crazy and weird. Like, I love when there's characters like that are fucking unhinged. And
is that why you like what's his name from Cowboy Bebop? Ed,
yeah. Like, they don't really have a reason to stay or whatever, or not that they don't have a reason to stay, but because Power, what was Power? She what was the reason she was in the group to begin with? Because they threatened her like with
the cat,
huh?
Her cat, remember?
Yeah, like
her cat. I don't know, man. I just like when animes have characters that shouldn't
work together.
they shouldn't be in a group because they all hate each other or something. And then over the course of like 26 episodes, they end up being like a pretty good team. So I don't know if that's a genre, but that's something like that, or even like slice of life type of shit, or things that grow in scale or become really abstract. Like, I don't want to be a mark and say that like Neon Genesis is that thing, because it is that thing. But I love when animes get to that level when they're real. You look into things and you're like, oh, does this mean that? Like the symbolism, like all that shit. Like I haven't found an anime I can be more specific about, but I love when they do things like that where.
Did you also like Akira?
Akira, yeah.
I'm saying that was a roller coaster, right?
Yeah, it was.
True. Yeah, man, that was a good one.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm for you, like, because you're not into anime. Like, I forced Josh into.
That is true. I mean, he did basically bully me into watching anime.
Well, we were talking about this before the podcast. But what anime character do you find the most compelling in terms of development and growth?
Because they relate, like, because we see ourselves in them, or
No, like, what's a character who you really enjoyed because of the character growth, the development they had in said show, in a show, whatever. You could even be the villain, because just one that you really enjoyed the trip of them growing.
Okay, so this kind of goes back a little bit to earlier. I also like that what we were talking about, where I don't know if it's a trope or a archetype of where the guy starts out as a bad guy, and then over time eventually joins the team or whatever, right? So
like Vegeta.
Yeah, Zuko from the Avatar. That's another
The Last
example.
Avatar?
The Last Airbender. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's an example of a character that, granted, I mean, we're including that in the anime discussion, right? So
If you want, I'm not gonna argue with you.
So that's a character that I liked. I thought was fucking great.
But to be fair, in that show, everybody had a great character development.
Right, that's true. But specifically in that type of, or that specific archetype of, oh yeah, it's somebody that's like being an asshole or a bad guy, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, one day they kind of see the light, and then they join the team, and then it's like they're still an asshole, but now they're like a good guy, and so it's like, oh, it's finally, oh, I can feel good about cheering for this guy, like, oh, hooray, like, you know.
Or is it that, oh, this guy's a good guy now? I don't like him anymore.
Yeah, maybe sometimes that could be it, but I don't know. I think that generally it's kind of an easier thing to do, or it's easy to make that, not relatable, but it's easier to make them more likable when, all of a sudden now they've switched over. It's like, oh, you hated this guy for fucking a whole season or whatever, and then, oh shit, they flipped him, and now he fucking saw the light and he's on the good guy team, but he's still kind of an asshole, so it's like, oh, cool, you could still like him even though he's still kind of an asshole, you know? I don't know, that's a good thing.
yeah, I would say, because I'm a fucking normie, that first fight they had. Oh my god, what were the two characters' names that were not Yoko and Gurren Lagann?
Oh, Simone and Kamina.
Do you remember when they fought that guy with like the
Boss, the village chief?
Yeah, with like the long white hair and the jagged teeth.
Oh, Viral?
Viral, yeah.
Viral.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, I just love that those two, which one was the one that died?
It's Kamina.
Kamina.
Yeah, that dude was like so compassionate. He's like, come on, everybody, like let's all join together, and be part of a team, and then to symbolize their friendship.
Yeah,
this is so beautiful about Gurren Lagann. What was that?
It's right by your foot.
To symbolize,
You might want to wash your hands now.
what is that?
You might want to burn that.
I don't clean this phone.
All right. To symbolize the friendship or the union that Kamina was creating within Gurren Lagann, like every time he was adding a new friend, the mech got fucking bigger and bigger. And that first one where he showed compassion to Viral, and then like he's like, man, maybe I do need a family. And then like you see him get progressively better over time, like not being an asshole or
Eventually
like
joining the.
And he eventually does join the team. Yeah,
And I'm Kamina's spot.
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, just that was one character. I'm like, that was nice.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, like I was about to say, for my
Gary from Pokemon, because He was such a dick to Ash.
For me, he was always called Ass Face.
Ass face, yeah. when Ash beat him in the what was it, the Johto League?
Yeah.
It was like the round of 16, and then Ash like beat his ass with Charizard.
He beat him so hard he had to retire and become a professor.
The best part was like Charizard set the whole fucking field on fire, and then this Blastoise got seismic tossed. It was so sweet. And then that was when he gained respect for Ash as a trainer. And then Gary's like, I'm gonna quit being a trainer. And then he became a Pokemon researcher, like his fucking
uncle,
like his grandpa or whatever. Professor Oak.
grandfather. Yeah.
But that was another character that I really enjoyed because he was still like a strong trainer afterwards. But you know, for the longest time, he was just a prick to Ash for
no reason.
for like 3 seasons or some shit
For no fucking reason.
no reason, dude. Just to be an asshole.
Fucking motherfucker was such a prick. Like he had cheerleaders, man.
And he had what? There was 10 badges that he earned.
And there's only 8.
There's only the audacity of fucking Gary Oak, dude.
That means he had to go somewhere. Either he had to go somewhere and make his own badges or special order them just to piss off Ash.
Yeah. I don't know if I have other answers for that, but
yeah,
go ahead.
Well, I would say for me, I have 3 types of character development styles that I like. And for one of them, it's the weakling becoming strong.
Yeah.
And for an example, Deku from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
No, not sorry, not Deku. I mean, honestly, name any shonen anime like Naruto.
Yeah. Well, Simone from Gurren Lagann is also an example of that.
Yeah, and I also like it where someone is too strong, and the point of the story is them retaining, hiding, or holding back their strength, i.e., Rurouni Kenshin, My Hero Academia, where Deku gets his powers, and the powers are too much for him to handle.
Yeah.
I think even at the end of the manga, it was only at the end of the manga where he was able to fight unhinged.
Right.
So I like the idea of turning stuff like that on its own. Like, I really like the story where Deku is just trying to control the power as opposed to I have to earn this power.
Right.
But I really like in Kenshin where he was the best swordsman to ever exist, and he's having to suppress that so he doesn't become, because he doesn't want to be a manslayer anymore.
A raging murderer again.
And then there's always several moments in the show where people are pushing him to
oh man, it's like he's gonna unleash it right now.
Yeah. And so I always like that. No, he doesn't have to get stronger. It's him trying to suppress his strength.
Right.
So I always like that aspect of that show. I mean, yeah, he did have to go learn the final 2 techniques, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And then we have shit like, and I just like it where characters grow with a story, where the story can be basic because the character's basic. But as the character becomes more developed, the story becomes more developed.
Denji being about boobs, like just wanting to squeeze a pair of tits,
right.
and then he's like, "No, I want to be in love." Like, I'm like, "Oh, that's sweet."
That is. Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to use Gurren Lagann as the example.
Yeah. For who?
For all of them. Like, the show literally starts off in them living in hovels underground.
Yeah.
Not even knowing that that's their world and that's it. There's no other fucking. That's all they know.
Yeah, that was.
And then the end of the show literally ends with them traveling, literally making a galactic committee to speak to all sentient species in the galaxy.
Yeah, that shit was wild, dude, man. I can't believe like the scope of the story just got progressively bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's honestly that's why that's probably my favorite anime of all time, just because it's that's my favorite fucking story archetype, is going from nothing to progressing up all the way till essentially you're fighting with
cosmic horror, dude.
Yeah.
Like when they're fighting,
they're literally fighting with using galaxies as stars. Like that's the scale. They go from being in a little hole to then at the end of the 26 episodes,
but it's not like it's
fighting entropy.
And that's the thing though too. It's not a random jump.
Right.
Like, they have that like that one episode where the hot springs episode.
as there is always.
Yeah, I mean, shit. When
it had both of them. It had the hot tub scene and the beach
one,
episode.
Yeah.
The Spiral King, dude. You're like, oh, that
guy was fucking talking about a great villain, man.
Yeah, you're like, oh, cool. Like it'll.
And then
they're like, no.
When they defeat him, he's just like, hey, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like, oh,
yeah, dude.
man.
I can't believe that there was something else after the Spiral King. I was like,
that
holy
was
shit,
even
dude.
fucking worse.
Like, how can you get bigger than the Spiral King? Like, holy crap! Why was the Spiral King even a threat?
Yeah.
What was
seriously.
his motivation? It was like the Thanos thing. He was trying
He's
to
trying to
keep
protect humanity
from like other things, right?
No, because the anti-spirals put a thing on him saying, "Okay, we'll allow you to live, but if the population ever gets past 1 million, we're coming for
Then
you."
we're coming to delete you.
That's why he made the Beastmen to keep the human population in check.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And then he forced them underground because they don't count when they're underground.
Yeah. So he was the villain, but he was trying
he was
to
a good
save
guy.
humanity.
He was a good guy.
That's
but
what his whole thing
he was.
was.
Trying to keep people under his thumb so that
And he probably had one of the best redemption arcs, not redemption arcs, but one of the moments of redemption when he sacrificed himself to make to pretend Gurren Lagann have that power to fight the spirals again.
Yeah.
When he absorbed the power of the Big Bang.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking sweet.
Fucking Christ! They were hit by an attack equivalent to the Big Bang.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And like, I don't know. I just love it. It's just like, and again, the fucking English voice actor. I don't know who it is for the anti-spiral. When they were having that fight, he goes, "Now die, burn in the everlasting flames of creation." And like, I'm not doing it just, but that fool's fucking delivery of that line was so fucking great.
You know what character? Okay, you know Chow.
Yeah.
You know what character reminded me of Chow and fucking Gurren Lagann?
Which one?
The guy,
Leroy,
huh?
Leroy,
Yeah, was he the guy that was voiced
or
by
Leron, whatever his name. Leron, I
yeah,
think
the
it's-
Steve Bloom, the guy that did
the one that looks like he has like mascara.
yeah, that's what Chow reminded me of.
Yeah, you could just see him holding a little little horse, petting it.
Not that part, but just
yeah.
I don't know what it is about that particular character.
He was one of those mystery series because, like, at the end of the end of the series, it shows them all like 50 years later, and he's still young as fuck, and everyone's like decrepit.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I was saying, like, those are the type of tropes I like in like character development in that sense. Because I love it because the world wasn't huge.
Right.
We
grew. The characters grew with the world. They grew with the story. Where, like, in say Naruto, yeah, the story grows, but in the beginning, like, there was a wall. Like, oh man, I want to be. Naruto's dream was to become the Hokage. That's the wall. But then he realizes, no, I need to become a Chunin, and the wall is this exam. Before that, I need to be able to fucking pass these tests. I want to become a Jonin. I got to do all this stuff. Oh, there's a bunch of people that are going to try to kill me before I can even do anything. Oh, there's even more people that want to try to kill me. I don't know this person, but he honestly probably wants to kill me. It's like, so like, you think we know it, but it turns out, no, the world is fucking huge. But like, that's what I was saying. It was always huge.
Right.
Attack on Titan was that way, where in the initial seasons you're like, oh, there's nothing beyond this world besides the walls and shit.
Right, yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, no. It turns out there's more. There's like the Titans are all roaming all outside the walls and shit, and they're trapped inside the walls. And then I forget what happens like in the later seasons, but it turns out
Well, yeah, this was just that. There's a whole other world.
Yeah.
They're just on this island, and that's their punishment is to fucking
Live on that island.
Yeah,
yeah. So that was kind of, that was a surprise to me. But I feel like Attack on Titan is like the biggest cock tease like ever, dude. Every episode,
I have no fucking idea, dude.
like the cliffhangers.
Yeah, man.
Every fucking episode up. Well, I stopped at season 2. I'm like, I can't take this shit anymore, dude. Like, and then on top of that, I don't know how many years it was between season 2 and 3.
Oh, man, it felt like forever.
I couldn't wait
And then they
anymore.
do-
They're
and
milking the fuck
Yeah,
out
because
of
then
it.
they're going like, oh, season 3, part 4, 5, season, the final season,
So,
part
yeah,
1,
now,
the final
that's
season,
the
part
thing
2.
now. No, that's the thing now. It's the final season, part 1. The final season, part 2, part 1.
Oh my god, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 1.
The Omega season. The final.
They're trying to milk the fuck out of that show because it has not. I don't think it's suffered any downfall.
I don't think it's waned in popularity
Yeah.
at
It
all.
hasn't?
No, I think it's
dude, that's what pissed me off is that I couldn't wait anymore. The reveals.
For me, I didn't have to wait because the manga was almost fully out by the time the anime came out.
Yeah, the reveals took too long. Like the payoff for the cliffhangers took too long. I'm like, man, fuck all this.
But man, it's like they psychologically fucked people that got into that show because then they they hooked them. Once they got their claws in them, because people have not fucking let go of that. And regardless of the amount of time that passes between the seasons, people don't, they're like, nope, I want to know what the fuck happens. I got to see this. And people like Frank who fucking don't want to wait. Oh, cool. Well, I'm just going to read the manga. Or, you know, yeah, you can do that. And then also check out the show. But man, there's a large people, at least online, I've seen that, man, people fucking are rabid about that show. They fucking love it.
Since I gave up, did Levy die?
No, he makes it to the end.
What about Potato Girl?
Oh yeah, she fucking dies. Oh my god, she doesn't even get eaten by a titan. She gets shot in the chest.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That sucks.
They were doing espionage missions on the people outside the island,
Yeah.
and so they capture some of them, and one of them ends up shooting her.
Yeah, it was fucking a waste.
Yeah.
It's like a wasted death.
They're like too many main characters.
They literally built her up just to fucking kill her in the most pathetic, not pathetic, but just like there's so many more epic ways to die, and she has to just get shot in the chest.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
that is.
So I guess this is more for a question for Josh, but what's a specific scene or moment in anime that left a lasting impression?
Oh man. Okay, so I'm not gonna use any Gurren Lagann examples because like obviously that's my fucking go-to. But for me, something that really left, I guess, like a mark on me is I mean I've said it before about Angel Beats, but fuck man, that fucking scene when like the one kid finally ascends or whatever it is and moves on to the next realm or whatever, man. When he plays baseball, and I don't know, he just wanted to hit a home run or something. That was like all he wanted to do. And man, when they fucking like helped him achieve that, I don't know, man. For some reason, that shit was powerful and fucking spoke to me.
I thought you were gonna say the ending with the kids, because aren't they trapped in some kind of collapsed tunnel too?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I
thought it was at the end where he's like, "Well, might as well do something with my life," and he signs the donor card. And as he's signing it, the rescue crew comes in because we did it. They say,
"Yeah, well, yeah." That part got me too. But I don't know that show. And then I'm trying to think. There's got to be other fucking ones, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
do you have any, Adam?
What do you got? Any?
Again, don't be shy to say no, man.
I think I do, but it's because I don't remember how the series ended. I think it was something. I don't know if you guys ever seen Welcome to the NHK.
Oh yeah, man, that's a good show. I like that show.
But like towards the end of the season, I don't remember if the main character wanted to kill himself by the end, but the girl's like basically telling him that the reason that she was conditioning him to do all these things was so he can be a functioning member in society.
Yeah.
But she also herself was like a hikikomori or whatever, and like she was basically confessing to him that like she was in love with him or some bullshit that. But like they could manage to be in the world if they were together, and she was trying to tell him that or whatever. I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah, and then honestly, one that gets me too is like the end of fucking that. I think the first season of Sword Art
Online.
I think it was the first season, or I don't know. It's when you think that the girl that's like their daughter is dead, man. I don't know why.
That was at the end of season. That was towards the end.
Whatever that scene happened. That fucking got me, man. That got me. I was crying, dude. That fucking got me hard. And then obviously, just the entire movie of The Grave of the Fireflies. Fucking that movie's fucked up, dude. Like, and then what's the other one? Oh man, what is it? Clanid? Mm-hmm. That one's fucked up too, man. That one got me.
I mean, Clanid is okay. It's the after story one.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the after part or whatever.
No, there's the second part of it was called after story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like whatever the.
That's when they all die.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up. But I don't know. I think that's it for now that I can think of off the top of my head.
I like how most of us went for emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. Honestly, those to me are what sticks in your brain because the things that trigger that emotional fucking response. I don't know why, but it makes some weird connection with your memory. And like a lot of, I guess our regular memories that we have are probably our most important ones are probably connected to some sort of emotional event, right? Whether it be happiness or whether it be evoking sadness, right? Like those things are probably prominent in our memory because of some sort of emotion that's connected to it. So,
And I guess I would have to take a page out of Adam's book and be a normie here.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, the moments that affected me the most, like I talked about in previous podcasts that the entirety of the Pain arc in Naruto was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then the leading up, the beginning of the Pain arc is the death of Jiraiya, which was my favorite character in Naruto. And to this day, I'm still not okay.
Yeah.
Till this day, I'm still okay. I'm actually on Xanax right now.
I'm on all the answers.
And
What about Full Metal Alchemist? You guys haven't mentioned.
let me get to it. motherfucker. Let me get to it. Because you literally you took the thunder from me, fucker. But the Pain arc, Pain's amazing speech to Naruto is one of the greatest speeches I ever enjoyed in anime. The whole aspect of Naruto mastering Sage Jutsu, the Leaf Village getting destroyed by essentially what was the Force.
Yeah.
God. Hinata being killed.
Yeah.
Kakashi being killed. Another one of my fucking favorite characters. It's just like everything. The whole series of Naruto got turned on its head in this whole arc.
That was Empire Strikes Back for Naruto.
I was about,
Yeah, basically.
And I mentioned before, like that's one of the most prominent scenes for me for Naruto. But going even further than that, one of the things I still remember just being a fucking little kid, not even a little kid, just a little older, but it was Saturday morning. Falling asleep there?
No, I thought the dog was making weird noises under the thing.
He is. I shot him.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That tracks.
No, just being a little fucking kid or whatever age I was, and then just watching Dragon Ball Z, watching Goku go Super Saiyan for the first time. Fucking that cereal was on the floor, and I'm like, what? And it's like, because I remember the anime series was showing like the intro was showing Goku at the end doing Super Saiyan. I'm like,
yeah,
who the fuck is that guy? When is he gonna show up? When is he gonna show up? Oh, it's Goku. And that scene was fucking great, but then I got a little older, and then Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation is still my favorite transformation. He's still my favorite character. That was my most, and I think it was the best arc in Dragon Ball Z, the Cell/Android arc, because it was the culmination of everything he had been building up. From Gohan having this, randomly being strong enough to fucking match with any fucking villain for 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Just because he got mad. The entirety of Goku's fucking character coming out in full bloom in that arc when he was fighting Perfect Cell. And it's just the brilliance of Akira Toriyama storytelling to reach to this point. And if Dragon Ball Z would have ended here, it probably would have been the most perfect anime.
Yeah.
Not just shit on the Buu arc, because I enjoyed the Buu arc too.
Yeah.
I don't talk about GT except with your daughter because she likes the dragons. Yeah, I don't talk about GT. Super has its problems, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But if it would have ended there, and I think he had plans to end it there. Because Goku says, he basically says all these world's Earth's problems are my fault.
Right.
And Gohan needs to be the new defender.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been fucking great because everything in that show was building up to Gohan being stronger than Goku.
Right.
And they did it when he went Super Saiyan 2. And I think that was the messed up part when they called it Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
They should have called it something else. Like Ascended Super Saiyan or some shit. Well, Ascended Super Saiyans when they do go into that buff form, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
But that was one of the most impactful moments. Like to this day, I still have memories of fucking. Because I think I was older and more matured when Gohan transformed, and I was like, "This is really fucking cool."
Yeah, you could appreciate it more.
Yeah, and I was like, with Goku, I was like, "Oh my!" I was fucking going crazy.
Because also, kind of, you grew up with Gohan a little bit, because Gohan was, right? Like
he was 12 years old at the end of the series.
Well, I mean, but yeah, he was younger. Like you at least got to see him grow up, I guess, or you kind of grew up with him. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah.
All right.
What else you got?
Where we at time?
The hour.
All right, really?
Hour and 3, yeah.
Oh, all right. Then here's a quick one that I already know the answer to.
All right.
Sub or dub?
Oh, fucking easily, man.
Sub.
Fucking
Easy.
Oh no, dub.
Easy
Fuck
clap.
that. I don't want to fucking read. I'm not trying to read.
Even
shit.
though you admitted that it's better in sub.
100%. Listen, I'm not saying what I'm saying makes sense. Okay, it fucking is better in the dub or the sub, but I don't like to read. I like to be able. I want to appreciate the animation, and if I'm constantly looking at the bottom of the screen, having to read what the fuck's going on, and I'm going back and forth, I'm gonna miss something. I'm gonna miss a little thing that I'm down here reading at the bottom, and maybe I'm just dumb and can't fucking read and watch anime at the same time. But I like to at least be able to fully focus on the audio. What was that?
Were you trying
Were you trying to like? We should make a thing.
some web to swing away?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You were just doing this like weird arm motion.
Yeah, it looked like you were trying to get your web out.
Yeah, I was like,
swing away.
Or you were trying to make a fucking comment at me or something. I felt like,
Man, I don't know what's going on with my arm, but
is it your left one? Are you dying?
you know that feeling when you get when you hit your funny bone?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's up here. Like if I bend my arm in a certain way, it feels like it's being plucked like a guitar string, and like that sensation that I
That's,
get
oh,
afterwards.
Yeah, that's tendon
tendinitis.
damage.
That's tendinitis, dude.
Tendon damage. But no, I just like to appreciate the fucking animation, and I don't think I can fully do that if I'm reading at the same time. I don't know. So yeah, dub all the way.
You can't read. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I freely admit it. I might be too dumb to do that at the same time. So
Best character.
best character,
Yeah.
like in anything.
I don't know. Whatever that question means to you.
Best character,
Action bastard.
Action Bastard is pretty fucking awesome.
Not even your best bastardness could save you.
That's true.
Every time, like, it's just always comes into my mind, and I know it does into Josh. The whole tomatoes are fruits.
That's what I was about to say. Tomatoes are fruit as he's flying away.
Cornhole blast.
Oh man. And then with the bird guy that's like trying to molest his like little fucking apprentice or whatever.
Thanks, Action Bastard. You really saved my ass.
Remember that poster I had? Be the best bastard.
Be the best bastard you.
Man, what a great fucking show that was, man. Like they literally got paid
There's
to
another
abridge a show essentially.
There was one before it.
Oh yeah?
Like I gotta show you the shit because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because the people did not give a shit, and it's an official dub of the anime. I think it was Tokyo Ghost Stories. Dude, oh my god, dude! Like, it literally sounds like fucking like YouTube poop or some shit. It's just so
awesome.
It's just so fucking random and stupid. Like the whole like the girl has a little ghost rabbit, whatever, and like the joke what was it? She had it goes, but I'm gonna miss him. The way he would laugh, like, that's how the rabbit was laughing. Goes, his silly request, touch me. He goes, his reprimands, touch me harder. It was like, and then at the end, like, I'm sorry, I never should have tried to bring you back. I should have known it never would have worked between us. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
What the fuck?
That's an actual dub, dude.
See, and that's where like I have this fucking idea where we've kind of talked about it a little bit, and now that we actually have a legitimate like LLC, we're a legitimate company. We might be able to make this happen. And I found a few anime that are obscure enough from like the early 90s and the 80s that I've seen clips that look fucking great, and I've found the companies that own the rights to them, and they've never had an English version. And goddamn, if we could just get it for like the low price of I don't know what,
$3.99?
That'd be sweet if we could do it for free and just be like, hey, listen, we'll just give you 50% of everything. Like we'll do all the work, we'll pay for everything, but any profit we make, we'll give you half of everything we make. And see if they might go for it. And I have a feeling that there might be one of these studios that's just sitting there with the shit. And my pitch to them is going to literally be, it's doing nothing. You're doing nothing with it. It's doing nothing. No risk to you. If it fails, we took all the risk and we'll lose any money, right?
And you have your hands off. So.
Yeah, and you have nothing to do with it. So if it sucks, your name's not on it. But if we fucking do something with it and it makes money, this is literally free money for you. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. It's just free money. Something that was making you no money could now potentially make you free money. But anyways, all right, sorry, go ahead.
I still got a few more questions to get through.
Yeah.
I guess Adam, you should be able to. You might be able to have one for this. Josh, are there any lesser known or underrated anime series that you think more people should watch?
Man, lesser known or underrated. Okay, yeah. So there is one. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know the popularity of it, but it's called Coyote Ragtime Show, and I feel like it's very under
I've never heard of
the
it.
radar. And man, it's so good. I fucking love it. It's literally it's like Ocean's 11 or whatever, but with like it's Adam, you'd probably love it because it's a ragtag group of misfits that they get together and they're gonna pull off a fucking heist. And it's in space, and it's literally a space fucking, what is it? Not a space opera, but it's
Space
like
Jam.
yeah, it's of that ilk. And man, it is fucking really good. It is 12. It's only 12 episodes though, and so it's accessible for someone like Adam who doesn't maybe want to invest the amount of time. You only got to invest maybe like 3 hours or so of watching the whole all 12 episodes, and it flows. It's great. The voice acting's really good. The storyline's great. It's fucking awesome. And then there's another one that's called I don't know why it is. It's called Pumpkin Scissors. And I don't know if you've ever heard of that one, but it's like, it's kind of like a predecessor to, like, okay, you remember the Iron-Blooded Orphans from Gundam, how they were kind of like, they were like a mercenary group or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but they're like, it's not in World War I, but they have like shit that is reminiscent of World War I type like combat, but they also can use magic. And so,
Kind of sounds like that one I showed you.
Tanya of the Evil. It's kind of like that, but it's way toned down. Like that one's a lot more fucking intense. This one's like more toned down version of that, but it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. And I think that one's only maybe 12 episodes as well.
Adam, you have one?
I'm gonna be honest. No, I don't.
All right.
I'll give you a third one. Black Blood Brothers. That's another fucking really good one. That
I thought you were gonna say Black Lagoon.
well, no, I don't think that's underrated or under out there. I think that's pretty fairly popular, right?
I don't think I've seen like reference to it outside of it.
Well, Black Lagoon for sure, 100%. Then if that counts as
Wasn't
being
it on
underrated.
Adult Swim though?
Yeah.
I feel like it was, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would.
So right, but good.
No, I'm done.
No, I was just saying Black Blood Brothers is a good one. I think that one's also only 12 episodes. It's basically like they're vampires, and it's like the older brother, and then there's like the little brother, and man, it's kind of sad, but like it's funny, and it's got some pretty good action to it. It's a good show. I would recommend it to anybody if you got time. I don't know what it's on. I think it might be on Funimation. Same thing with these other ones. I don't think Coyote Ragtime Show is actually on anything. I think you can only get that. Like I have the DVD copy of it, so that's how I have it. But
one that I would say that I really fucking loved it, but was really fucking slept on, was Kyoto Hitman Reborn. I read the manga from beginning to end. The anime didn't go that far into it, but it was so fucking good.
I do have one, but yeah, go.
Yeah, and like the fucking music was great. The characters were great. The power system was fucking amazing. I fucking loved it.
Is that the one with the Vongola rings?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And the power system was fucking great. And it just, everything built up to, like, it's one of those animes where it has a jarring question from the beginning that's never answered until the very fucking end. Like, the jarring question literally was the final season. And there's the fact that the most prominent hitman for the mafia is a baby. And you're like, what the fuck? Why is a baby able to kill and have all and he's probably one of the most powerful fighters in this fucking world. And then like it's just I just am. And like they never answer it until the final season, and it's the focal point of the whole series. So I'm like, okay, cool. At least they came back.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know if this is an obscure anime. The only reason I liked it because the intro was really sweet, but Hands Off Aizoken was about like 3 high school girls that I think they all collectively liked anime, so they start a club to make an actual anime, and they're talking about like things that they appreciate about anime being an anime themselves. So it was kind of like a meta thing. Like they were talking about Studio Ghibli and what they appreciate about it. But yeah, it's just kind of a cool, story with like 3 girls. There's one tall. I think they call her Tall Girl.
Yeah.
No, wait. I think the fans call her Tall Girl. They don't call her by her real name, but she's kind of like the brains, and the pretty one is like the drawer, and then the ringleader is this little goblin looking girl, and her voice is like really irritating, but She's the one that wants to organize.
I feel like you're describing a porno, man.
Yeah, but that one's like I said, that one's kind of cool because
Sounds interesting.
yeah, it has like when they never actually, I don't remember what happens towards the end, but as they're describing like the world they want to build, it actually, they show what their imagination and what it looks like in their imagination, and then they show the reality of it. Like, I don't know, man. It's just it was a really cool anime. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I just got a few more. I guess this is gonna be more tailored to Josh, but do you have any favorite studios? I don't think you go that deep into
No.
That's a hard ass question.
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, and then also because like a lot of times they form new teams or whatever for like specific anime. You know?
Well,
what I'm
no,
saying?
that's the manga. That's on the manga side. On the anime side, it's a production. It's a production company. Yeah, they could make a team, but that team is still working for this production company.
I don't know. I guess, but like when you look at a lot of anime, they say like, oh, a creator or produced or whatever done by team so and so. It's like team
like,
whatever,
like,
like Team Bleach or Team fucking
Naruto.
Naruto.
Like Naruto. It's team. It was created by Team 7, which is
Right. Yeah.
which is a reference in the show, but it's also being made by I can't remember the animation company. They switched recently, but it's part of that company.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I go that deep into the anime realm to know fucking studio from studio.
Unless you're just a avid anime fan that you just look into that shit.
Yeah. Well, what about you then? Since obviously
because
that's where
for me, I was like, if I like an anime, like for me, I don't really care about visuals.
Yeah.
But if the visuals can hit me, I'm gonna be like, who the fuck made this? And then I'll start following them based off of that. And for me, there's 3 standouts for me right now. One is the one I've always loved since a fucking Soul Eater is Bones.
Yeah.
A lot of my favorite animes are made by Bones, and then the one they were the new dog in my top list for companies, but it's Trigger, who are the guys that made Gurren Lagann, which Josh just told me that they bought the rights to Gurren Lagann back, so I was like, oh, maybe they'll do something cool with that.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
And recently, because of fucking the masterpiece that is fucking the animation of Demon Slayer, it got me into UFO Table. So as I'm saying, like, yeah, there's when you follow something like, because I know with Josh, if the animation isn't good, he's gonna refuse to watch it. Where I'm like, I can look past animation, but if the animation is fucking amazing, yeah, I'm gonna have to look up that company because, like I said, I don't care about animation, but fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck, man.
All right, what's our
Title of this episode. Fuck.
What else we
And
got?
all right, would you ever cosplay?
Fuck no.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that. I'm not.
Too much time.
Yeah, it's too much money.
I know I would look cringe.
Yeah, so would I. Yeah. I don't think I look like any.
Nah.
All right, I can save the rest of these for the next episode.
All right.
All right, cool.
That sounds good to me. Well, anyways, so that was it then. All right, cool. Well, we'll end it off here with no, we won't. Would you cosplay, Frank?
Oh no,
Fuck no.
Fuck no, none of it.
no,
So,
not because I don't want to undo it. I could not do a good cosplay for the. There's no good character I could cosplay.
Unless it was like a trolly, stupid character, like that would.
And then
Yeah.
at that point, I wouldn't want to do it for that reason.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I could. So you will not see us if you ever see us at anime conventions. We will not be cosplaying. We will be dressed as ourselves because that ain't happening. But anyways,
Final thoughts.
final thoughts. Any final thoughts, Frank?
Maybe you go first.
Well, I would just like to say, that if you listen this far, shit, man, good on you. And
What the fuck does that mean?
well, I'm just saying, good job. Thanks for listening. And
Fuck you, asshole.
It has nothing to do.
No,
with
I know.
I know it's not. I'm
No,
literally picking at
motherfucker.
you.
Yes.
It's about people being ADHD and
Yeah,
not
man.
following through. They don't.
Dude, like seriously, that is so fucking.
Yeah, dude. People have short attention spans and shit, man. It's hard for them to follow through on listening just to 30 seconds of anything.
Yeah, if it's longer than 30 seconds,
Are you
people
always white?
fucking.
We always play.
Nah, man. Nah, I just turned white all of a sudden. Anyways,
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like Kung Pao. Your shirt is green.
yeah. No, but just hey, thanks for putting in the time to listen to us. So We appreciate it. That's it.
All right.
Go check out some anime that we talked about. Specifically, fucking Coyote Ragtime Show. It's a good one.
Kyoto Hitman Reborn.
Yeah, that one too. Adam.
I don't have anything nice to say, so
So don't say anything at all.
What do you mean? But controversy creates cash, Adam.
that's true.
You son of a bitch.
again,
Are you stealing money
remember-
from us?
Always remember, at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to a little opinion. But like we always say, you're wrong and we're right.
Yeah, that's true. You're entitled to your opinion. Although it may be wrong, you're still entitled to it. So anyways, thanks for listening, and go ahead and follow us on @GameRage Magazine, the Twitter and the TikTok, and go to our website, GameRageMagazine.com, for more of this podcast and many others. So yeah, all right, peace out. We're out of here.